Sup YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and in this battle video it's CMT versus Zekrom Eelektrik. Both decks are still incredibly popular, and yeah, you'll see them a lot at your nationals if you haven't had your nationals already. So yeah, I'm playing Zekrom Eelektrik. I'm a huge fan of that deck. I upgrade it all the time. So this time around I decided to go for a Terrakion tag, but I won't be needing it in this matchup, and my opponent is playing CMT. And actually, this opponent is different than the one I usually play with, so hopefully this match will be a little bit more exciting. I had some requests for a better opponent, so yeah, let's just check it out. I start with a Thundurus on the active spot, and my opponent with a Tornadus on the active spot, and yeah. I just attach a fighting energy to my Thundurus, and it isn't a lightning energy or a DCE, since my deck does run a couple of fighting energies and Terrakion. Let's see, my hand isn't that good, so I'm going to use PONT, and I'm going to refresh my hand since it wasn't actually that good, and yeah, hopefully I can get some better cards this time around. And yeah, for those of you that wonder when the next rotation will be, it'll be starting on September 1st, so we'll have to say goodbye to all the Gold Soul Silver cards and the Call of Legends cards, so this will be one of the last times I'll be able to use PONT, Professor Oak's New Theory. So now I'm benching a Tynamo, and I'm going to yeah, use Dual Ball, and there we go, one heads and another one, so two heads, so I'll be able to search my deck for probably another Tynamo, and then Smeargle if he's in. Yeah, there we go, Smeargle. Smeargle is actually really great in the CMT matchup, since my opponent does plan to place down that SkyArrow Bridge, so I'll be able to use that as well to free retreat my Smeargle once I really need to, so that's great. And for those of you that still play Zekrom Eelektrik, never played 30 HP Tynamo, since Darkrai EX is still popular, or is always popular. It's been popular ever since it came out. So yeah, be careful if you run those other Tynamos, since they'll be able to they'll be knocked out really fast with Night Spear. So yeah, here I was kind of confused. I tried to use another supporter, but then I realized I already used PONT. So that'll be it for my move. I'm going to charge, and it's my opponent's move. So he benches that Terrakion right away, because he'll definitely need it in this matchup. Terrakion will be able to knock out Zekroms, Thunduruses, and stuff like that. So yeah, now he catches Tynamo. And let's see what else he's going to do. He's going to use Juniper, getting 7 cards and discarding his hand. And it looks like he's going for a dual ball himself and double head. So all the dual balls are working 100% at the time. So yeah, a bunch of fighting energies in that deck, so he does run a heavy line of Terrakions, and yeah, the Mewtwo's are probably proxies. I don't remember quite well, but yeah, no, just record that just because it's just a practice match. So yeah, I don't want those comments like, oh, those are proxies, you can't use them at tournaments, but this isn't actually a tournament, it's just a practice match to show you guys that both decks are still doing pretty great, and you can use them at nationals. And as you see, my opponent gets out Virizion. And that's the Virizion from Emerging Powers. People say that that Virizion sucks, but yeah. And the CMT does run that Celebi with energy acceleration for grass energy, so he can manage to set him up and knock out some Terrakions once you have that energies on the Virizion, so that's great. And let's see what else he's got in mind. He's going to discard that Virizion, since he won't be needing it in this matchup. And another dual balls and double heads again, so now he's just searching his deck. He has so many heads that he doesn't know what to pick, and he's only going to get out one Celebi since he doesn't need anything else. He's kind of afraid to bench Mewtwo EX, since I do run a heavy Mewtwo EX copy in my deck, so I run 2 of those. And there he goes with a portrait, and he has Juniper, so fresh new hand again. And yeah, it looks like he doesn't have that first turn knockout on a Tynamo, so yeah, I'm in a good position right now. And he attaches an energy to his Terrakion with a Forest Bred power of Celebi, and it's my move. So yeah, both fields are looking pretty great. He has his complete setup, and I almost have mine. Once I have my Eels out, so I'm using Juniper, and I bench my Tornadus EX, by the way. Looks like there's some glare on there. Let's see here. There we go, 2 level balls. That's awesome. So I'll be dropping those down, 1 and a 2. So searching my deck right away for 2 Eels. Usually in a tournament you have to play 1 level ball, search your deck, get out Eelektrik, then shuffle your deck, then play another level ball. But here I just drop them both, since it's just a practice match. Gonna get out both Eels. And let's see here, what else can I do? I'm definitely gonna evolve both my Tynamos. So let's see what else I'll be able to do first. I'm evolving one Tynamo to Eelektrik, using Dynamotor on my Thundurus, retreating the Tynamo thanks to his SkyArrow Bridge, and evolving another Tynamo to Eelektrik. And that way I'll have my 2 Eels out, so I'm in a good position. Looks like I do have a SkyArrow Bridge of myself right there. Let's see here. I discard 1 Lightning Energy to use Disaster Volt for 80 damage to knock out 1 Celebi, and now it's my opponent's move. So yeah, he is able to retaliate, I know, and he does have that fighting energy, so too bad. My Thundurus is going to the discard pile right now, I'm sure of it. So now he's using a PONT, one of the best shuffle supporters at the moment, but it'll be gone on September 1st, so we'll have to rely on N, Sharon and Bianca, and even Juniper. Juniper is still the greatest support in our entire format. Let's see here. Another Terrakion, so the heavy Terrakion line, as you can see. Lucky for me, I do have that Tornadus EX on the bench, and yeah, Portrait, and he does have another Juniper, so his deck is drawing pretty well. And there's a Mewtwo EX, I believe, in there, yeah. So he is not able to bench Mewtwo EX since his bench is full. He retreats his Smeargle thanks to SkyArrow Bridge, and there we go, retaliate, and bang, my Tornadus is gone. And I promote my Smeargle, that's my move, so let's see here. I have to knock out a Terrakion in 1 shot. Let's see if I can pull it off. I use 2 Dynamotors, manual attachment from Lightning Energy. I use PlusPower, Junk Arm for PlusPower again. So now I'll be able to deal 120 damage with Power Blast from Tornadus EX. So all I need is another PlusPower or Junk Arm. And that way I'll be able to knock out Terrakion in 1 hit, which will be awesome. So dual ball, here we go, and I have 1 hit, so I can just search my deck for Mewtwo EX. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I would just want my opponent to bench his own Mewtwo EX because I want to start the Mewtwo war and get those prizes as fast as I can. But after I knocked out that Terrakion, of course. So I bench Mewtwo EX without energies, and I use Portrait. So as you see, even Juniper or some proxies, as you can see, the ink was gone, so you don't actually see them that well. But those were Junipers. Just we're just going to say that. Let's see here. Yeah, I used Juniper, or no, it was N. Yeah, from Portrait. So we both have to reshuffle and draw the same amount, like 5. We both knocked out 1 Pokemon so far. And there we go, we have the Junk Arm. So I Junk Arm 2 Lightning Energies for another PlusPower, and I deal 130 damage with Power Blast from Tornadus EX. And I can keep my energies since I flipped heads. And he promotes Celebi, of course. Could have promoted Smeargle as well, but he goes for the energy acceleration. So I'm in the lead here with 1 prize, but yeah, it goes really fast like this, so his Terrakion can attack again. And random receiver, he gets N. And Junk Arm away, an N and a Grass Energy for Catcher. And he's going to Catcher an Eel, and he's probably gonna knock it out with Terrakion. So there he goes, an N. We both shuffle. And yeah, he can get 5 cards, I can get 4. There we go. And there he retreats his Celebi with SkyArrow Bridge for his Terrakion, and he's able to retaliate once more for a prize card. So Terrakion is one of the most played tag cards at the moment, so if you are still doubting like, how do I get rid of Darkrai EX in a matchup, well, Terrakion is your guy. Just run 1 copy or 2 copies of him, together with 2 fighting energies, or depending on how many you want to run. And Ultra Ball, 2 fighting energies, so since I won't be needing them. For, let's see, what can I get out of my deck? Let's see, I'm still doubting actually. I just want to get rid of some cards in my hand since I do have Juniper. Let's see, we go for Zekrom. Since Zekrom can actually knock out Terrakion and 1 shot with a PlusPower, so yeah, I use Juniper, get rid of Switch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see here, what else is in here? So I can use Shaymin, get all the energies from Tornadus EX to my Zekrom. And there's a PlusPower in there, so that'll be awesome. So yeah, just looking to my discard pile, how many stuff I used so far, and using 1 Dynamotor on Tornadus EX and another manual energy to Tornadus EX, so a bunch of energies to Tornadus EX once again. I retreat my Smeargle, and bang, PlusPower, Bolt Strike for 130 damage. So I knocked out 2 Terrakions in one shot, so they aren't actually that hard to knock out with PlusPower. And yeah, he's using Catcher for Eelektrik, giving an energy, using Force Breath of Celebi, using PlusPower as well, and he's able to knock out Eelektrik with his Tornadus, and that'll be it, I believe. Yeah, he's still doubting. He's using Juniper, and he benched his Mewtwo EX first, and that Juniper isn't that good of a proxy. It isn't made that well, but still you can just tell it's a Juniper. And he retreats Celebi for his Tornadus, and he moves the energy to, let's see, he's still doubting on which Pokemon he's going to attach that grass energy to. Let's see. He does able to knock out my Eelektrik, so he's able to take a prize card, and he attaches it to Mewtwo EX. So yeah. So we're back tied at 3 prizes, and it's my move. Let's see here. I can just retreat my Smeargle and knock out that Tornadus, no problem. Eviolite to Mewtwo EX, DCE to Mewtwo EX. Let's see. There's the Juniper again in my hand. Some random receivers. Yeah, I use Portrait and I pick N. So actually I could have picked PONT, Juniper or N. So that Portrait was actually really awesome. So I end both myself and my opponent, since in the late game when you use N and you're ahead in prize cards, like I'll be able to do when I attack with Zekrom, it'll be the best thing to do unless he top decks an N or something, or a Juniper himself. So we knock out Tornadus and get another prize card. So the only thing I need to do right now is knock out that Mewtwo EX on the bench and I win. Let's see here, he catches my Mewtwo EX, so if my Mewtwo EX is gone, it'll be terrible. Let's see, since I end myself, so he's using Shaymin to get the energy to Mewtwo EX from his Tornadus, and let's see here, he counts his deck since he used Juniper quite a lot. So Juniper, 7 cards. Looks like there's only about 5 cards left in his deck or something like that. And he's using Energy Search, and there isn't a single energy end there, so he's just attaching a DCE from his hand to Mewtwo EX, so that Mewtwo EX has 4 energies, which will be able to knock out my Mewtwo EX even with Eviolite. So I'm kinda screwed right now, and I'm done for. So he only needs to pick 1 more prize card. If I can't get out another Mewtwo EX this turn, I lose. So let's see if I can just manage to pull it off. I pull a card. And looks like my hand is terrible. Terrakion, Zekrom, Switch, and I use Portrait. And looks like there's nothing in there as well. So my plan would be here just to attack with Tornadus EX and hope for the best that he doesn't have any catchers or something. I use Switch, I use N. And in those 2 cards I have to get out Mewtwo EX and the TCE. But yeah, you'll see how it turns out. It's kind of exciting right now. A full art N is being played, and we both get not that many cards. He gets 1, I get 2. Let's see here. Hope for the best. 1 and 2. So I do have catcher. I can get a prize card if I really want to, but I'll just go for Tornadus EX, and let's see. I just do 60 damage thanks to blow through from thanks to the stadium cover of my opponent. So that Mewtwo EX is yeah, not dead. So if he can get out another DCE or something like that, I'm totally screwed. Let's see what he can pull off. No, he doesn't have the catcher or something like that, so I can just manage to knock it out if I have, yeah, I can just knock it out by retreating my Tornadus and using Bolt Strike once more. So that's the way it's gonna be for this game. If he did have that catcher and that N, I would have lost. So yeah, it was an exciting match, as you saw. So both decks are working pretty well at the moment. You just have to run a Terrakion deck just to be safe for Darkrai EX, actually, because Darkrai EX is winning a bunch of tournaments lately, and it'll be definitely one of the top decks at Nationals. So prepare for it and play test all you want, because Darkrai is the one you have to beat. You either have to play Darkrai or play something to beat it. So like Trainer Lock decks are also working pretty well. Like I've seen Vanlux decks beating some stuff. Also Valplume Reuniclus is doing pretty well, to be honest. So yeah, just play something like that, and hopefully you'll do well at Nationals. I wish you all the best of luck, and that's it for another video, aka a battle video, the stuff you wanted. So yeah, thanks again for watching. This was ZapdosTCG, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for more. Yo!